This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. The situation in Turkey continues to develop right after military forces try ousting the government there. Both sides are claiming victory, but it's unclear who, if anyone, is in charge. It's also unclear how many people have been injured. But the Turkish president is saying law enforcement has started arresting military officers of various ranks. ABC's Ray Ramundi has more.
Chaos unfolding on the streets of Turkey. Bombs exploding at the Turkish parliament in Ankara. These pictures on social media showing the aftermath of the attack. Thankfully, no reported casualties. Overnight in Turkey, the president urging his pro-government supporters to mass in the streets and fill the squares. Secretary of State John Kerry responding.
I hope there will be stability and peace and continuity within Turkey. But I have nothing to add with respect to what has transpired at this moment.
Fighter jets flying low in Ankara, a menacing display of intimidation. And now the U.S. Embassy sending this tweet, warning Americans to shelter in place and stay indoors after martial law and a curfew was imposed.
Turkey is a critical ally in its fight against ISIS and has a military base where some 1,500 U.S. troops are now stationed. Again, this is a developing story and details are still coming in. We will bring you any updates that may become available. Switching gears now to the Zika virus. The number of cases in Florida grew by 18 today, including the second ever here on the Suncoast. That means Manatee County is now under a state of public health emergency. ABC 7's Ray Collins joins us now with more on this story. Ray.
Haley, 18 more today in Florida, and that includes one in Hillsborough County and also one in Manatee County as well. State health officials won't say who got the Zika virus in Manatee County, but they will say, like all the cases so far, it's a traveler's case, meaning it happened someplace else and brought back to this country.
It's like South America or some parts of Africa.
Dr. Chris Galvin is a Sarasota physician. He says mosquitoes haven't passed on the virus yet in this country, but people can.
So people that come back from an area with Zika virus, they can spread it sexually. So probably the more important thing is sexual precaution.
And Galvin says some people who have the virus might not even know it.
Most cases are self-limited, which means they get better on their own. Most cases are mild, and again, some cases don't have any symptoms at all.
My job is to keep the 20 million people that live in our state safe, the over 100 million people that come here as tourists safe.
Last month, Governor Rick Scott announced he'll use his executive authority to allocate $26 million in state funds for preparedness, prevention, and response.
But it's a big issue.
And area Congressman Vern Buchanan's taking this very seriously. In fact, he was so furious at his colleagues for adjourning without funding Zika, he called it a national disgrace.
If it ever became a huge issue, just think about what it would do to our community in general, the citizens here, and then think about how that plays out in terms of one of our biggest industry, tourism.
Meantime, Dr. Galvin says he hasn't had a lot of questions yet about Zika from his patients. However,
it's coming, though.
So Manatee County is the 28th county to have a case of the Zika virus in Florida. Not a list you want to be on, Haley.
Definitely not. And Ray, how do you know if you might have it? What are the symptoms?
Yeah, Galvin says it manifests with flu-like symptoms, fever, aches and pains, that kind of thing.
So see your doctor if you think that may be a possibility.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ray. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is issuing a warning about synthetic-laced heroin after a recent wave of overdoses. The Sheriff's Office releasing this public service announcement today, warning that heroin that's being seized locally has traces of the extremely potent fentanyl and carfentanil. The department says it has responded to 14 overdoses just this month, 2 of which were fatal.
It's a real problem here on the Suncoast. We urge people, if they see someone who's experiencing an overdose, to contact 911. Forget about what else is going on. Let's render aid as quick as we can so we can help save that person's life.
Legislation co-sponsored by Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan was passed by Congress this week. It aims to reduce heroin and opioid addiction nationwide and locally. And now we'll head over to Bob and get a check on our weekend forecast.
Well, Haley, it's been interesting tonight. We had a few showers earlier around 5:30, 6 o'clock. That kind of fell apart, but still there's a lot of energy in the atmosphere, and all these remaining boundaries from earlier showers are still kind of interacting. And we are seeing storms at this hour, 11 o'clock, 11:30. We're going to continue to see these storms kind of building up. This one, the good news is weakening, but it is pushing off to the northwest, getting some rain in Northport. Had a little bit more lightning just about 15 minutes ago, but near El Jobim, some heavy rainfall, again moving off toward Warm Mineral Springs. This one popped up at Siesta Key just within the last 45 minutes. It's moving across Lido now, heading into the south end of Longboat Key. We've had some lightning strikes away from the heavy rainfall. Those are known as bolts from the blue. Well, not too blue right now, but dark skies. And I tell you what, the showers and storms will continue to march off to the northwest, more than likely weakening. But I want to talk about these other boundaries that are still going to be interacting as they push on down to the south. You can see that big cell that kind of fired up just over southern Pinellas County, heading off to the west. We'll have the details on your weekend weather forecast. Look for, you guessed it, more storms in it. We'll have details on that coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The Prime Minister of France says tonight that the driver who rammed his truck into a holiday crowd last night was, quote, a terrorist linked to radical Islam. That driver killed at least 84 people in the city of Nice, 10 of them children. More than 200 people were injured, dozens critically. Among the dead, a Texas father and his young son, after the truck drove 1.2 miles. It ended with the driver shot dead by authorities.
Today, our hearts are with the people of France and with all the innocent men, women, and so many children who were hurt or killed in this sickening attack.
The driver, who was born in Tunisia but a longtime resident of France, had criminal convictions for theft and assault, but he was not known to counterterrorism officials and not on any terror suspect lists. Police took his estranged wife into custody today as they searched his apartment in Nice for clues. The compassion and mourning for France is also extending to the Suncoast. We spoke today with Suncoast residents who are natives of France.
Even that I'm living here in Sarasota, I feel that I've been part of them, you know? It's like a part of my family.
The fear, and you don't know what's going to happen next, you know, because it's so easy to have kind of a weapon like a truck, you know, that and kill so many people.
No terrorist organization has claimed responsibility for last night's attack at this point. The investigation continues tonight into what the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is calling a homicide. Deputies say a man's body was found behind a dumpster at the Our Lady of the Angels Church on State Road 70 this afternoon. The victim has not been identified, and it's not believed he worked at the church. Authorities believe the man's body was dumped there between late yesterday afternoon and around noon today. Deputies combed the church grounds today looking for evidence and interviewing people in the area. Sarasota police have made an arrest in one of the firearm thefts that caused Chief Bernadette DePino to cancel the community meeting with the NAACP earlier this week. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies alerted police after an investigation into a large ammunition sale at a pawn shop on Wednesday, hours after an AR-7 rifle and nearly 700 rounds of ammunition were stolen from a Sarasota home. Joseph Stout III allegedly sold those same items to the Buccaneer Pawn Shop. He's now facing 4 felony charges. Police say Stout is a 3-time convicted felon, including prior drug charges.
Because he was a felon and because he did sell a weapon, the Sheriff's Department showed up the next day and seized that weapon and the ammunition.
Probably just somebody looking for some quick money so they could get their fix. So, you know, whether it be alcohol or drugs or whatever it is, I mean, that's generally what the case is in these neighborhoods.
Police are still investigating a separate incident from Wednesday in which an AK-47 rifle and 1,000 rounds of ammunition were stolen from a different home. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, a new report on 9/11 shows a probable link between some of the hijackers and the Saudi government. And Trump makes his pick for vice president, but is he having second thoughts about his choice?
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
What's up, America? I'm John Crode. It's Friday, July 15th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $20 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold Mega Ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 58. That's followed by 51. Up next, we have 16. Your next number is 52. And your final white ball for this Friday evening is 56. Now for the Mega Ball. Tonight's Mega Ball number is 4. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 58, 51, 16, 52, 56, and the gold Mega Ball is 4. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be $25 million. Play on, America.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Dog days of summer got you down? Beat the heat with huge summer savings during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $18,599. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's time again for My Suncoast's Bark in the Park with the Bradenton Marauders at McKechnie Field. Bring your best friend and let them run the bases in support of the Humane Society of Manatee County, July 24th at 1 p.m. Visit BradentonMarauders.com for info. Sponsored by ABC7.
Well, we made it. The weekend is here.
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, things
TGIF.
are looking good. And weather-wise, just those afternoon and evening
Not too
storms,
bad.
really not too bad. Temperature's pretty nice to start the morning off, too. And a beautiful sunset tonight from the Casey Key webcam, showing fair skies for the most part through the evening. And then we had some clouds and showers moving on in. And looks like, again, most of the activity is rather scattered right now across parts of the Suncoast. You are seeing some vivid displays of lightning off of Port Charlotte, as well as into, it looks like Anna Maria Island, seeing some nice thunderstorm activity there just to the north over Pinellas County. And as far as photos go, speaking of lightning, Val's out there right now. He just sent this photo into Facebook, and boy, lightning strikes all over there near Siesta, as I mentioned, also up near Pinellas County. Getting some rain right now at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. Southeast winds at 5. It's 81 degrees right now. The dew point 71, and the pressure 30-11. That continues to rise right now. The high today was a couple degrees above average, and the average high at 90. And no rainfall officially at the airport, although it's raining there right now. And looks as though we will see similar conditions again played out tomorrow. There's a little bit of dry air over the Bahamas. Not as many storms there today. A little bit of that snuck in earlier today, and now that's starting to exit off toward the west. So tonight, the showers that are around will slowly come to an end here in the next hour or so, and then we'll start to see some clearing skies, but they'll be back tomorrow at around 3, 4 o'clock, starting to develop along that sea breeze front. And sure enough, more activity through the evening, and then eventually subsiding after 11 o'clock tomorrow night. They'll be scattered. Not everyone's going to get the heavy rainfall, but one or two of the storms could be rather strong to possibly severe tomorrow afternoon and evening, and it looks as though we will see that played out again on Sunday. Similar conditions. So if you have plans, the best idea is in the morning and into the early afternoon, but then once you get past 2 o'clock, usually we start to see some activity developing, especially around 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock hour. As far as the enhanced satellite imagery goes in the tropics, it looks beautiful down there in Jamaica and also all the way over into much of Cuba. And the upper level low continues to move off toward Texas. Dry weather across most of the Bahamas now, stretching eastward. Temperatures, Boston at 81, at 75 into Cleveland, 80 degrees now in St. Louis, 85 in Dallas, Kansas City at 74, and look at this, 108 degrees still in Phoenix at this hour. Reno now checking in at 86, reverse those numbers for Los Angeles at 68 degrees. For boaters tomorrow, southeast winds will turn to the southwest at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet, and the bays and inland waters will see a light chop out there, and expect more of the same for Sunday. The only thing will be is that the showers and storms that do pop up in the late afternoon that get into the Gulf could cause some problems and cause those winds and seas be a little bit higher. The water temperature is a steamy 90 degrees. That's about as warm as it gets all summer long. So 90 degrees, extremely warm across the Gulf of Mexico. The UV index 10, and that will be high. Now, as far as the forecast tides go, the next high tide will be at 12:19 and a low tide will be at 4:15. Another high tide at 10:07, and sunrise will be at 6:46, and sunset will be at 8:27 tomorrow. The forecast tonight, isolated storms, partly cloudy skies, temperatures into the mid-70s. That's seasonal for this time of year with an east wind at 5. And then for tomorrow, look for mostly sunny conditions throughout the morning, then a few afternoon storms. Staying hot, too. The heat index will be up near about 100 to 102 degrees. I don't think we'll see any record-breaking high temperatures due to that wind switching around to a southwesterly direction later on in the day at 5 to 10 knots. Now, the extended forecast calling for a 40% chance for late-day storms all the way through Tuesday. The chance is increasing somewhat on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week with high temperatures near 90. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. A long classified U.S. report released today says some of the 9/11 hijackers were in contact with and received support from people likely connected to the Saudi government. The 28 pages were part of a 2002 congressional joint inquiry into the terror attacks and has been classified ever since the report was completed. After repeated calls for its release by lawmakers and families of the 9/11 victims, the Obama administration delivered it to Congress today.
They should pay the price so no other government will think of playing footsie with terrorists the way the Saudi government may well have done in 2001.
Investigations following the 2002 inquiry found no evidence that the Saudi government or senior Saudi officials knowingly supported those who orchestrated the attacks. After the pages were released today, Saudi Arabia's foreign minister reiterated that those follow-up investigations found no evidence of involvement. A poll released today gives a conflicting picture about the presidential race in Florida. The NBC News, Wall Street Journal, Marist poll shows that Hillary Clinton leading Donald Trump by a margin of 44 to 37% in a head-to-head matchup in the Sunshine State. But the Quinnipiac poll released just 2 days ago had Trump with a 3-point edge. Polls can be affected by a wide range of variables, such as the demographics, party breakdowns, and number of voters surveyed. Just days away from the RNC, Indiana Governor Mike Pence says he's honored to be Donald Trump's running mate. The presumptive Republican nominee was supposed to announce his running mate during an event this morning, but postponed it after the attack in France. He instead confirmed the news on Twitter. Pence, meanwhile, was in New York today, making a stop at Trump Tower.
We love Indiana. We love our country. My family and I couldn't be more honored to have the opportunity to run with and serve with the next president of the United States.
Trump seems to have had second thoughts, possibly. CNN is reporting that after offering to put Pence on the GOP ticket, Trump inquired with senior advisors if it was possible to change his mind. A Trump spokesman denies that report. Venice's hospital water supply will be shut off for up to 3 hours on Monday for maintenance. The hospital is replacing a water pipe and plans to do so late in the evening so as to limit the impact on patients. Once the new pipe has been put in, water will be turned back on so it can be tested first. Hospital officials say they do not expect the process to require any kind of EMS diversion. The Venice Historical Society has finalized plans to purchase a 1953 Pullman train car. The train car will be restored, so don't be taken aback by its appearance right now. It will have a new home at the Venice Train Depot. It was previously owned by Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey and was used to transfer circus performers to their winter home on the island of Venice. The Historical Society hopes to bring the car home to show off Venice's rich circus history.
It would give people, I think, a taste of what it was like to actually be part of the circus. And of course, as I say, the circus is such an integral part of Venice history.
The project is expected to be complete with the train on the new tracks next year. Cardinal Mooney Catholic High School has a new principal. The Diocese of Venice announced the appointment of Timothy Gallick today. For 7 years, Gallick had served as the principal of Holy Family Catholic High School in Broomfield, Colorado. The Rays get Kevin Kiermaier back, but would that translate into a win? And you know they need it bad. That's next in sports.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology.
And focus on the Suncoast.
The official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
That's Chuck, proud homeowner, regular do-it-yourselfer. Today he's attempting an electrical repair. This is Pablo. He's an electrician with Mr. Sparky. How's he doing, Pablo?
Terrible, Mike.
Yeah. What Chuck doesn't realize is that almost 68,000 home fires are caused every year by electrical problems.
What?
If he doesn't have the proper tools and training, he's liable to start the next one.
Little help here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You might want to write that number down.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Looks like we're getting another new neighbor.
Now you could be the millionaire next door. Play Monopoly Florida Edition scratch-off games with a top prize of $5 million. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Now, sports.
The Rays returning to the field after the All-Star break with Kevin Kiermaier back from injury and reliever Kevin Jepsen back on the team after the Rays traded him last year, then re-signed him this week. To Tropicana Field we go. Rays already with a 1-0 lead over the Orioles when Logan Forsythe singles to left. Kiermaier comes home from third to put the Rays up by 2. Next inning, Luke Bailey, who was called up from AAA in place of Hank Conger, he drives in a run to make it 3-1. But then the first-place Orioles went to work on Chris Archer and chipped away at the lead. In the 8th, Jonathan Schoop sent a towering home run into the stands and left right there. That gave Baltimore a 4-3 lead. And that'd be the final score. That's 7 losses in a row for the Rays and a league-leading 13th loss for Archer this season, despite pitching into the 8th inning. 2 nights ago, we posed the question, is the Deflategate saga finally over? Tonight, we have the answer. Patriots quarterback Tom Brady says he is ending his legal battle to overturn his 4-game suspension. A U.S. appeals court rejected Brady's appeal of the suspension on Wednesday. He could have tried appealing to the U.S. Supreme Court. The NFL's suspension of Brady came after investigators said the Patriots star likely knew footballs for a 2015 playoff game against the Colts were underinflated. Von Miller was the Super Bowl MVP for the Broncos this past season, and now he's being paid handsomely for it. The linebacker has agreed to a 6-year, $114.5 million contract with Denver that includes $70 million in guaranteed money. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in league history. Miller had 11 sacks and forced 4 fumbles last season. He's only 27, so his best playing days could still be ahead, and he is making us fellow Aggies very proud. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called 3-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dotoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month, complimentary maintenance included, at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
A group of manatees in Manatee County. The irony is not lost on Manatee County government officials. They posted this video to their official Facebook page showing the aerial view of Coquina Beach as the sea cows swam around very close to the shore, actually. I don't know if you see that all that often. I haven't.
Yeah, around that, right there by Longboat Pass, there's a lot to gather right there in the corner. So boaters beware, too, because they can still kind of go fast through that channel, so you want to slow it down. With all those manatees hanging around there.
They're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Enjoying the cooling off in the water. That's
Yeah,
what we want to do this
That's
weekend,
what a lot of people
too.
are going to be doing,
Yeah. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Stay cool.